This video is sponsored by Shortboxed, the easiest and safest way to buy and sell comic books, both raw and graded. Download the app today using the link in the description. Reggie here, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. It is time finally to count down the most purchased comics on the Shortboxed app for the month of May. Stay tuned. Number 10 on the list is Strange Academy issue number 1. And I will tell you that this comic has a ton of first appearances. I think that there are about 9 of them in total, but the book is also a really good read and has some decent artwork from Humberto Ramos. There are currently 3,093 blue labels of this comic on the CGC census, with a 9.8 having a 30-day average value of $233. Number 9 on the list is Fantastic Four issue number 48, the first appearance of the Silver Surfer and a Galactus cameo. This is a classic Silver Age comic that demands attention and dollars year after year. There are currently 7,820 Universal Blue Label copies of this comic on the CGC census. Number 8 on the list is Ultimate Fallout issue number 4, the first appearance of Miles Morales, who is currently appearing in Across the Spider-Verse. This movie has brought in $275 million globally, has high audience scores, so I am not surprised to see this book changing hands. There are currently 15,000 blue label copies of this comic on the census, and the 9.8 has a 30-day average value of $1,910. Number 7, Star Wars Heir to the Empire issue number 1. Clearly, this book is hot again. This comic features the first appearance of several characters, including Admiral Thrawn. There are just 2,741 blue label copies of this comic on the census, with the 9.8 having a 30-day average value of $1,046. Number 6, Tales of Suspense issue number 57. This one is a little bit of a shocker. I have never seen this book on a list of any sort anytime that I've created content for YouTube, so this one is definitely a surprise. This book is also the first appearance and origin of Hawkeye and the third appearance of the Black Widow. There are 2,262 blue labels of this comic on the census, with an overall total of 2,555 across all labels. Allow me to interrupt for a second. The folks over at Shortboxed have put me in a position to be able to give away a $100 credit to one lucky subscriber. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is to leave a substantive comment behind on the video. I'll be randomizing all of those comments and announcing one winner on an upcoming Comics Today show, which takes place on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Make sure you subscribe and leave that comment behind for a chance to win. And we also do this every single month in at least one video, so make sure that you stay tuned to the content that I release. Good luck. Number 5 on the list is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4 from 2014. This comic is the first appearance of Silk, aka Cindy Moon. I don't believe that Silk was in the Across the Spider-Verse movie, but maybe people are trying to get ahead of the curve for the long-rumored Sony project that will feature Silk. Currently, there are 8,438 blue labels on the census, with the 9.8 having a 30-day average value of $202. Number 4, X-Men 4 from 1991. This comic is the first appearance of Omega Red. There are 11,494 Universal Blue labels on the census, with the 9.8 having a 30-day average value of $121. Number 3 is Spider-Man 2099 issue number 1, and this book is the first appearance and the origin of Spider-Man 2099, who is currently appearing in Across the Spider-Verse, playing in theaters right now. There are currently 8,114 copies of this comic on the census, with the 9.8 having a 30-day average value of $168. Number 2, Star Wars issue number 1 from 1977. This book features multiple first appearances and cover appearances of characters that are core to the Star Wars franchise. I firmly believe that this book will be in demand forever. Literally forever. There are 14,428 blue label copies of this comic on the census, with the 9.8 demanding a 30-day average value of $3,746. Number 1 on the list is Spider-Man issue number 7 from 2023. This book is the first appearance of Spider-Boy 2. It isn't clear from the data that I have on hand right now whether this is cover A or whether it's the Humberto Ramos cover featuring Spider-Boy 2, so I'm going to assume that it is that cover, and I'll put a note down in the description if I happen to be wrong about that. Currently, there are 2,873 copies of this comic on the census. 2,690 of those are a 9.8, which has a 30-day average value of $117. With that said, it is time to wrap up this video, but I will tell you to get ready for another installment of Don't Buy These Books, because there are several books on this list that I would encourage you to avoid buying. Stay tuned for that video and I will explain why. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I want to invite you to do that now. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the content. If you enjoyed this video, I definitely want to encourage you to leave a comment behind and or to give the video a thumbs up. If you need to reach out to me, you can do that on Instagram at Regie Collects. Take care. If you're feeling frisky, head over to swoldierpublishing.com to support our Kickstarter for Isolation Issue 4. Multiple packages are available.
This thing on? Mic check. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. Yo. Should you practice art? Or should art be your practice? I had a question, so I asked it. Not to anyone specifically, but to my inner God, you know? The one that's gonna be a master. The one that's more than a rapper. The one that's an educator. The one that seeks enlightenment. He travels with concepts. He's got the mindset expansive. He understands that his time combined with travel and concepts makes his mind convex. Sort of like when you look at a brain scan. Straight off meditation, we was concaving until we had that eternal dialogue that created our dialect. Now we in distinct rooms of pure souls having them conversations. Synergy and combinations. You fly and we waiting. Indian style in the gold.